Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Solo Throttle. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಡೇಸ್ ವರ್ ವೆರಿ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ 10 days ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದೆ. ಐ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಮೈ 11 ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಲಿಂಗಸ್ ದರ್ಶನ ಸೋ ಫಾರ್. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸಿಂಗ್ how we carry luggage on motorcycle. Okay, there are multiple ways you can carry a luggage in motorcycle, starting off with tank bag and then side mounts. Side small bags you can mount on the crash guards if you have a nice crash guard, and then coming back you can mount a tail bag or a claw bag or a saddle bags, which will set on the both the side of a bike, and a top rack or top box, whatever you can call it. And when there is a rack, you can mount any bag on the top rack as well. I have been traveling last 5 years, and since 2020 I am traveling. It's already 2026 now, January, and with my experience so far, how I have grown over years and how I have upgraded and what have worked for me. I have been on a very small one-day trips. I have been on a very long, maybe 10-15 days trips as well. If you have seen my last video on about my journey to Haveri, in that video I almost lost my top box which was there. I almost lost my iPad, my camera, everything. So almost lost it, but I recovered. If you have not watched that video, go back, watch it, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Once I was on my first ride throughout South India, covering like 2500 kilometers approximately in 5 days. Okay, imagine in 5 days we were covering 2500 kilometers. On that ride itself we carried a kit bag with wrapped it in tarpaul, and then wrapped it with the bungee cord to the top rack of the bike. Okay, that's how we started our ride. A motorcycle journey is not about that, right? So for example, if I want to go to some place, okay, 200 meters around that bike only and see the place and come back. To do that, you will need a proper luggage setup on your bike, or else security matters, right? So also, while carrying, bags may fall off, the bungee cord may loosen, and there is high chances that you may lose everything you have without even noticing it. So very first thing I want to talk about is a tank bag. Okay, so this can be very important accessory part of your luggage setup. You need something accessible all across the time throughout your journey. Okay, you can't go back and forth when you have tied everything up. You can't go back and take some small things from the bag which is already mounted, and it is not very convenient. So in that case, tank bag comes in very handy with very important useful stuff which can be easily accessible, like for example first aid kit in case it's needed, and maybe some electronic gadgets like camera or a drone, or small like other accessories like cable, anything which is very relevant to that particular moment, and maybe whether it can be your wallet or whether it can be some ID proofs or documentation of a bike. Anything which is easily accessible can be carried in a tank bag. So there are very wide varieties of tank bags. So if you want, I will be making the specific video about wide varieties of tank bags which are available in the market. This is the riding tank bag I had. You can keep a phone here. Even when it's raining, it won't get very much wet. And there is a cover over this. Maybe there is a cover which you can put for a rain. It's strappable. Like you see, there are 2 straps which you can mount, and this, so it's broken last ride alli, and I can't use this on my TRK Benelli. because of its height. Okay, ನಾನೇ ಇರೋದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗಿಟ್ರೆ ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ವೋಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರೈಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. The tank is already in this level, so this will come over it, and this can raise a height. This have like a depth it will create, so it will be taller like this till here, and I won't be able to ride at all. So if we want something, maybe carry a water or petrol, we can mount them on crash guards which are there, with the separate mounts systems available there. But there can be jerry cans you can mount in the front, which will help you, give you some extra additional range on the kilometers you are gonna cover when there is no petrol access available frequently, like when you are in Ladakh, or when there is a village route or a forest route through which is going through like about hundreds of kilometers. So in that case this will be very useful. Okay, so let's say you are traveling for very few kilometers. Okay, like maybe a 2 days journey to one way 300 kilometer, another coming back 300 kilometer. You are not gonna stay much longer, you have very small amount of luggage you want to carry. So in that case top boxes are very useful. But my personal opinion about top boxes is like, let's say how they are let's think of a way how they are mounted to a bike. Okay, so basically there is a chassis frame coming till the end, so there will be an mount rack which is mounted to the chassis frame itself. So basically if you are adding anything on top of the rack, it's adding to the chassis, okay, the weight or whatever it is. So there is a high chances that you cannot carry heavy luggage on this top box, even though if it can be like 55-liter top box you are mounting, but at the end you cannot carry like over 30 kg or 15 kg or 20 kg, like that. There is a limitation on every bike individually. So if you want, you can go back to your bike manual and look up for the maximum weight it can carry. Okay, in my Dominar initially I didn't know all that, right? So when I used to have a 28-liter top box, I used to carry some minimal luggage in it, and that was fine. But before I get the top rack, I used to carry all my luggage on the top rack. I mean, without top box I can mount any bag, right? So I used to do that. I used to carry like 15-20 kg bag on the top rack, and that used to be fine. But at the end, in the longer run, it will affect the bike's frame, which we don't want. It may create a imbalance in the bike's alignment. We can look for a manual of our bike and see what is the luggage capacity of the bike for handling in the top rack section. Like when the tail is added with the more weight, it may imbalance the bike, so we don't want that. It is better to consider that and make sure that you are getting appropriate size top box. Okay, so tail bag ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ tail box, we can say it can be anything, right? Either it can be a tail bag or it can be a top box. At the end it's additional weight to the tail of the bike, and that additional weight can create imbalance of the bike. So we don't want that, and we need to kind of consider that aspect as well when we are installing the top box or a top rack bag can be mounted, and whatever we are doing we need to consider that aspect. It is gonna be our saddle setup, whatever it is. So in the side of a bike there can be a frame added which will make sure that our bags, whatever we mount, will not touch our wheels. That's the whole point. So let's say, for example, there are multiple setups which we can do. There are claw bags which will just sit on the back seat to the sides of a bike. So one bag, everything done. That's how you can plan your luggage as well if you are planning to buy something in a soft case. There are two types of saddle setup you can do. One is soft and one is hard case. First I would like to mention what I was using so far. and how it worked out for me, and what I think about hard cases, and what's my plan for the new Benelli TRK which I have using right now, and then what is my idea on what kind of luggage setup I'm gonna do. Right now I don't have any luggage setup. For information I'm saying that. So any means I have used Dominar's luggage setup on a Benelli TRK, but I'm not very happy with that. So right now it's like back to ground zero. Okay, now I am properly setting up new luggage setup on my Benelli TRK. And what I'm gonna do, I'm doing some research and I'm trying to learn the available options and make sure I want what I exactly need, not something just out of a blue I'm gonna go back and say because of research is what showing me this is the best there is. Okay, I want something practical, I want something pocket friendly as well. I don't want to spend too much on a luggage setup and later regret it. I don't these are the set of things I'm thinking right now. I'm gonna figure out along this video and what we can do and how I've been doing and what I'm thinking of doing. So let's get started with that. So till now I have done, like, let's say at least 5 to 10 journeys a year, last about 6 years till now. So 2019 November is when I had my first journey throughout South India, like covering 5 different states, like 4 different states, and then reaching back home. So this particular journey we covered about 2300 to 2600 kilometers within 5 to 6 days. Okay, that was my first journey, and from that journey till my recent 10 days trip to Maharashtra, Gujarat, and then Madhya Pradesh and back to Bangalore. That whole journey was about 5500 kilometers. So what I can say is, like, traveling in car and traveling in bike are 2 different things. So traveling in car, you can throw anything on the seat and you can just continue your traveling. Okay, for example, if you have a small purse, you can keep it safe. If you have a small bag, you can just put it on that side. Anywhere you can accommodate in the car. That's the beauty of traveling in car. But when you are traveling in bike, you need to make sure that you are not leaving anything behind, right? So you need to have something very grouped luggage system, because when you are having a very important valuable things, you can't leave them in bike and go somewhere walking, right? We don't want that. We don't want to get robbed. So there was this incident in one of our riding community person. He had a 390 Duke. He was in Europe. Someone just stole the bike. Okay, literally it can happen. So hoping that's not gonna happen for anyone else. But still, it is better way to go ahead is make sure that our luggages are as safe as possible. So thinking that what I'm thinking right now is, like, I don't want to lose any of my luggage and I don't want to pack a lot. Okay, let's say I'm putting a bag right now in my bike. I have to mount a bungee cords, make sure that it is not gonna fall off, make sure that it is gonna stay balanced, make sure lot of things we have to make sure. Okay, so saddlebags have this problem, so it is gonna create a chaos, anxiety in the brain, like thinking, oh, is my bag is safe which I mounted, is my ropes which I tied are safe, is my bag is safe. That's the kind of anxiety you keep getting when you are riding alone, because you need to go back and check, turn vision check, rotate a mirror check. At the end you are making sure is your luggage system is safe or not. This is something from my personal experience. Since I have started from the beginning, I have been using soft luggage system. So I had a saddle bag of Golden Riders, if you know the brand. That is 2500 rupees bag, not a very costly one, but it is very cheap but very efficient. Even if it tears off, you can just get it stitched. That's how it will work, right? So in that case, there are lot of cons as well, lots of pros as well. Pros is it's pocket friendly and it's easy to maintain, it's easy to repair. You can just mount two bungee cords, you are good to go. But mounting itself is a pain, right? And the anxiety comes along with it. That's a different story. So when I had Dominar, I had this option either to get a soft case bag or a hard case panniers. Okay, so in this option I used to select any time of the week, any time of the year. Always used to go to soft case because it is pocket friendly in the first case, and it is easy to handle, and it is always, convenient for me at that time. And also there is one drawback if you install a hard case. Since we are mounting our luggage rack, which is basically side saddles racks to the chassis of the bike, there is high chances that it may damage the bike's frame or bike's plastic fiber of parts when the impact is there. Okay, so to avoid that, in my Dominar I use soft cases. But after a lot of research, after a lot of understanding on this topic, I have come to a conclusion. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna visit a store to a professional. I will take some ideas from them and then decide on what I'm gonna do. Okay, so there are few doubts I have, like, will it affect my chassis frame? That's the first question, because when I install a panniers, when the bike falls, all the sturdy impact which is gonna come to a box, there may be few dents, but at the end it will press against the frame which is there of a bike. So what is gonna happen with that? And that's one of the only main concern I have about a pannier box. Other than that, it's all pros, and it's kind of a costly compared to the saddlebags. But today I saw a pannier bag, soft bag, which can be slided in, which was about 40,000 rupees, and I was like, okay, so if I can invest, if I would like to invest 40,000 on that saddlebags, why not explore option about hard boxes as well, right? Pannier boxes. It's not about the budget anymore. Okay, it's about what I want exactly in my bike. So deciding that, I would need some professional inputs from actual people who sell the luggage setup. Okay, I'm gonna go. There is a HTRZ mods nearby to my home. I will visit them. I will talk to them. Pause even that. Let's go and see how it goes, right? So after that, I will come back. If I will say if I decided what to go with and what's gonna happen. Okay, let's go. So I reached HTRZ mods, and then I saw example setups which were there, as you can see in the video. After seeing this setup, I decided to take a hold on this and then properly research and before going ahead, decide what exactly I want to do. So what I'm gonna do my research and come back with next video with final setup. I have to look for a tank bag. I have to look for a saddle bag, and I lost my box, as I said. Actually, I am not using that. I got it back though, but I threw it away. I don't want it. So right now I have no luggage setup. I'm gonna do luggage setup properly on this particular bike for a long upcoming rides which I have planned throughout this year. So let's see. Hope this information helps new riders to set up their luggage and do what they think is right. But at the end, it's not exactly about how professionally you do it. It's more about the passion you have for riding and doing it right. So this informational video was useful for you guys. Until next video, see you in next video. Thank you all. Keep watching, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. Keep supporting. Love you all. See you. Bye bye.